6ix9ine.
Well, just straight in.
You ever heard of him?
Yeah. Good guy.
Tattoos on his face. I reckon I could
does he still have tattoos on his face?
I could pull that off. Why do you look at my hair? Because I haven't got the colour for the
No, I just feel
rainbow
like
hair.
dots.
Imagine.
What people don't know when they have not met Brian is this is actually all tattooed dots. He's bald as a coot, as they say in the family.
I'm not. It is actually hair.
Yeah, it is real hair.
Can we just put 6ix9ine on? He's been grassing everyone up, basically.
Mr. Hernandez, how old are you?
23.
He's only 23. He's really fucked it up, hasn't he? He has really fucked it right
I mean,
up.
if ever you're likely to make a mistake like this, it's when you're very young.
Yeah, and that's just the tattoos.
Yeah.
It's a failure on his part.
Right.
He's fucked up. He's a young kid, and I think he got involved with some real gangsters who manipulated him. They used him. They eventually kidnapped him. He is quite small. It's easy to bungle him in the back of a van, innit?
And here he is, small in prison with lovely hair.
He wanted all of the clout, and it's ended up getting him locked up, and now he's having to grass and everything. Like, even if he gets out, he could be a dead man within a week. His only option now is to go the other way and be like, look, they try to kill me. What would you do? And try and play it off like that and try and win the hearts of the people back. But
he also named Cardi B as a member of the gang, which doesn't surprise me considering some of the illegal shit she's done.
Didn't she say she like drugged a man?
Men?
Yeah, she date raped men basically.
Point is, she's a gang member.
Yeah.
So she's like, pap, pap. Oh, when she first said this, she was like, oh shit.
Mr. Hernandez, are you currently in federal custody?
Yes, sir.
Approximately when did you start living in federal custody?
November 18, 2018.
He got arrested, and a day later, he's like, yeah, I'll cooperate.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
helping,
they grilled him for like weeks on end. Do you know what I mean? He was like, fuck it.
I'll cooperate.
No, but then when you're facing like 18 years in prison, it's like, do I take the fall for these guys who've nearly just killed me? Do I grass on them? Which a lot of people are going to give him shit, but like they did turn on him. They did literally try and kill him at the end there.
It wasn't like he was like part of the group still, and they were like, oh, you need to shut the fuck up.
No, he was just a little face of what they've been doing behind the scenes. Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
exactly.
He was taking credit, but he was never the actual perpetrator. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
But like everyone's going to give him shit because he's grassing, and I get that, but like they literally manipulated him to no end and then turned on him at the end. If something happened to you where I was like, I had to do 10 years in prison, I mean, I'd probably...
You'd sing.
No, genuinely.
Right.
There's people in your life who you like go down for, not on.
Yeah.
Just to be
absolutely
don't
clear.
do the out of context. You
We
cunts.
ain't gay. We're not
What?
gay.
Are we?
No, we're not gay. We ain't gay, I said. You just hear what you want sometimes.
Right, okay then. So,
Right.
just to be clear though, they try to kill him.
Right.
Where's the shock? They're not sat in a prison cell somewhere going, we were so good to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They know what they've done. They bung him in the back of a fucking car and threatened to kill him.
Do you know the annoying thing is, I think a lot of people take their own friendship group and think that, I am him.
Yeah.
And if I went to prison, it would be like Ben and Andy at school. Like,
Yeah.
no, he's not friends with Ben and Andy. Okay? Ben and Andy are very different to the
Ben and
people.
Andy.
Yeah, he's very different to you, all right? Paul.
Someone else is in prison. No, they're not. Someone else is in court though.
Oh, right, okay.
Britney Spears. Can we
Sing
just
is
have a
wrong.
look at Britney Spears for a second before we even start? I just don't even
Why
want
do you have to objectify
No, I'm not
before-
objectifying
You're always
women.
objectifying women.
It's just Britney Spears, and I just want to say,
Should I put
when I
Britney Spears
was
now?
a lad.
She looks like a deflated Trisha Paytas.
Okay, that's not. Well, that's very accurate.
Isn't that incredibly accurate? Deflated Trisha Paytas.
Trisha Paytas out there somewhere going, I'll take that.
Yeah, also deflatus.
And then she was actually just reaching for a cake there.
Yeah. To be fair,
And I'll take the compliment as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. I'm only joking.
Don't fat shame people.
I'm going to give Trisha some credit later on, so don't jump on me just yet, Trisha.
Yeah.
Although, can we give context for when she was younger though? Because I want people to say, "Hit me, baby, one more time." That video.
I'm not sure she was legal then.
What was the other one that she did? The
red suit.
Red suit.
Yeah.
So when I was like a lad.
Oh, she was so sweet.
No, but there's a hint of. Well, anyway, the point is when I was a lad, this is what I quite fancied her. Probably where the BDSM shit started, really, the latex and that.
Sure, you're blaming Britney Spears for your...
It's her fault.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears
Legal.
became rich and famous at a very young age. She basically needed her parents to look after her money for her.
Smart.
Well, this is the thing. That never ended. And now...
Wow. Dad, I'm 45.
She is having, at her age, which, I mean, what is she now?
She looks 90.
Oh God, we are such cunts, but it's true. She does look older than what she was.
No,
Funny
I'm
old
joking.
thing. People get older, Lawrence.
Yeah.
You don't age at all. Well, actually, we watched an old video the other day.
Yeah, I've aged terribly.
No, you haven't aged at all. I'm the one who's aging out of us. It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Although
every
I have
night.
lost a bit of weight, but
Yeah, sure.
Forget.
You know, that'll actually age you quicker. If anything, you should slowly get fatter as you get older, slowly inflate you.
Yeah, because
Gets
of
rid
the wrinkles.
Yeah.
I'll just get filler like all these other celebrities.
Sure, or just eat 2 more Burger King. I feel like they're effective. Fucking hell.
Britney's dad controls the money because he always did, and now she's having to fight it in court to get the rights to have her own money. At 37 years old, she should have been like had a control of that since at least 21.
Yeah.
She's now got to fight him for it, and the fans are protesting. Can we have a little look at this?
Britney's fans think they're going to make any fucking difference.
Loud and with Free Britney signs in hand, fans marched outside the Stanley Moss courthouse today.
There's so much conservatorship abuse that goes on, not only in Britney's case, but in so many other cases.
I feel like you're talking about your own pain. I feel like it's about control money from Ian. Ian's like my dad. Yeah, you talking about Britney now? Ian's an asshole.
My family has been going through a lot of stress and anxiety lately, so I just needed time to deal.
What the fuck? No wonder they won't let her have it. Is that what she's like now?
Yeah.
Can we watch? No, I need to watch more of this. If we were the judge,
Yes.
we're judging it purely off her Instagram videos. Would you give her back control of the money? Let's watch.
Happy New Year 2015!
No, okay, you're not getting the money.
Solves that.
Yeah, that's
Solves
done.
it.
Yep.
No, move on.
We need someone who's actually an adult here, Brittany, not someone who's posting Happy New Year, guys. We hope you're having a great time out there.
Oh, no, let's give her another chance.
Let's give her another one.
This is my impression of a Woody Woodpecker.
She is mental.
Don't give her the money.
She's mental.
Don't have the money.
She's lost it.
You ain't getting the money.
Do you know when she's like that? I don't know about you. You know when you wake up with a girl the day after? So like, she did her makeup the night before and it was really good then. But the day after, you're like,
falls asleep,
you
face
got
down
any of
on
those
the pillow.
wipes that you can...
Yeah. And Brian just gives her a flannel and
No,
goes,
no.
I do me arse for that.
No.
It's a look.
It's just her thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
She goes for that sort of dirty...
I used a paint gun to put my...
She's just in great shape though, isn't she?
Yeah, stop saying that.
I just don't see women exercising often unless I'm on Instagram. It doesn't
Right.
happen. Now I'm not on Instagram anymore. It's been a while. I'm like, whoa.
You don't
what
need
the fuck?
to. You don't need to see women Instagramming to know like that they exercise.
I think I do, Lawrence.
Right. Okay. Moving on, we feel sorry for Britney Spears. Sorry, Britney. You see this guy, heartthrob for all presidents out there.
Is he the Canada president? Oh, what's he been doing?
He's been doing blackface, Brian, 3 times.
Once is bad enough.
Yeah, I know.
He's gone for the hat trick.
Well, it's not. He definitely didn't put it like that. In the press conference, he didn't go, I had to do it 3 times. I was going for
Well,
that.
you haven't been done for it the first 2, so you're going, I can do what I want at this point.
Have you since been made aware or remembered of other instances, and if so, how many?
I am wary of being definitive about this because the recent pictures that came out, I had not remembered.
No shit, you were probably drunk as fuck, mate. The recent pictures,
You're smart enough to get to be the president of Canada.
Well, you're just a tool.
And you dress up at least 3 times that we know of in blackface, which is really politically incorrect.
Yeah, you
and
must remember
someone
at least
goes,
one of them.
yeah, do you remember any of that?
Yeah.
Nah, don't remember it.
Before we elect you as president,
Wait there.
is there anything you've done in the past that we need to know about? Not to the best of my recollection.
What I like about Canada, though, is it's a really like relaxed place. So they're probably just going to let him off with this. They're just chill, mate.
Yeah, just
It's all
smoke up a bit of reefer.
At the end of the day, Drake did it, and he's from Canada as well.
I don't think Drake's doing blackface. I think
He
Drake's
did.
actually black.
No, he did blackface. Have you not seen it?
Drake is black.
No, you've not seen it. Sorry.
Black people aren't just doing blackface, Brian, just to be
Right,
clear.
just to be-
There's not whole people around.
Just to be clear.
Brian goes to Jamaica and goes, bloody hell, they're all doing it.
No, have you not seen the diss track that was done on Drake called The Story of Adenon? Wait until you see it. This is real, by the way. This is real.
Drake's black, though.
No, not like this he isn't.
But he's dressed up as a...
He's a light-skinned black man, and he's gone and done blackface.
Dressed up as a black and white minstrel. This is a whole other
and
thing.
obviously this was an artistic thing that was
Yeah.
done for a long, long time ago.
Justin Trudeau cannot.
No, but he got ripped to shreds.
Did he?
For this, yes.
But he's black.
We're aware of that fact, Lawrence
So he can do
McKenna.
what the fuck he wants with it.
Well, yeah, he can, and it isn't that big of a deal. However,
If I tip-X your face,
it was
you wouldn't find it
used.
offensive.
It was used against him by Pusha T as an extra dig
right,
to go.
yeah, sure.
Because the whole thing about Pusha T is that Drake didn't feel like he belonged to a certain community.
Right,
and this
yeah.
was a way of furthering that dig on him.
See, I didn't think much of that. I was more...
Well, you
with
obviously
the-
had no clue about it, so no wonder you didn't think much of it. You didn't have a clue about it.
No, I listened to the whole album. I just did.
Well, yeah, well, you should have looked at the album cover.
I don't look at the
You
album.
were hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Remember that one? That one, yeah.
And I think the question is, how can you not remember that?
He's actually questioning himself now. I don't remember that. How could you not remember that?
I love it where he obviously he's had a chat with his advisors before he goes out, and they're like, just say you don't remember. He's like, yeah, but they're all going to ask, how do you not remember that? And you're just going to, don't know.
This is something that obviously I deeply regret, and I never should have done.
All right, if he'd said that bit after saying, I do remember when I did it, I was in university, I was drunk as fuck at the time, and I thought it was funny, and I'm an idiot for doing that, I'd have been like, all right, you're still a dick, but okay. Yeah. But the fact that he's denying even remembering it, that's a real cop-out, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when you show him the photos, he goes...
No, when you're banged to rights, right? Here's a lesson in life.
Remember that?
From good old True Geordie.
Yeah.
Just hold your hands up and say, yeah, I did that shit. I did that shit. I did that shit.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't shout that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're getting, that's another out of context True Geordie.
Yeah. What came out of the press conference was mostly just goo goo gaga, boo boo ba ba, hate, 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 goo goo gaga.
I think what you mean is a lot of interruptions and quite childish behaviour.
Anyway, this is backstage. This was actually from Jake Paul's camera team, I believe.
Okay.
And he's trying to mug JJ off as he goes by. But does he mug him off? Let's see.
Don't be nervous, Jake. No, you're good. We're good. Your suit was too tight today. No, a little bit. It's okay, I know a tailor.
That's such a lame reply. I know a tailor, although clearly you don't use him.
See, Jake is quite good at getting under people's skin normally, but that wasn't his best line.
You know what I did like about it is when JJ just swaggers by, he goes, don't be nervous, Jake. Don't be nervous. It's putting it in his mind of like, this is how I see you. I see you as a nervous person. I see you as someone who's not in control. And I'm the guy who's in control. I'm giving you advice. Don't be nervous, Jake. And Jake's just like, yeah, I'm not.
JJ is getting better at handling this, yeah. Is anyone else putting some interesting contributions to all of this?
I feel like Joe Weller's actually been really good recently.
Really?
You know? Yeah, do you want to see a little bit of
Joe?
Good
Old Joe. See, I miss Joe. I haven't seen him in a little while. We need to hook up.
Yeah, well...
You know Joe, in a friendly way.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it starts.
Seeing how, obviously, Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing have come in, I understand he has seen the opportunity. There's loads of money to be made in this, and he's come through and said, yeah, we're going to get rid of all the YouTubers on the undercard and replace them with professional boxing fights. Well, I look at the likes of Anis and Gibb, right, FaZe Sensei, Jake Paul.
True Geordie.
Didn't mention you, weirdly.
Sorry, but
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
No, I think it's implied, though.
Right.
Not to mention Eddie Hearn, KSI, Logan. You wouldn't be getting any of this right now if me and Theo didn't have that first fight.
It's kind of true.
Yeah, it is partially true, yeah. Not to knock Theo at all, because he was a part of it, but it was that first fight. That first fight proved something. Sold out the copper box. Everyone was watching.
Do you remember the first press conference?
Millions upon millions of views. Joe deserves major credit for what he did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For coming up with the sport of boxing.
No, but Joe's always good at becoming, thinking of good ideas and bringing them to YouTube and also having the balls to just go, yeah, I'm just going to get in the ring and start throwing punches.
Yeah.
Didn't know much about boxing.
Yeah.
And went for it. No, but that courage is what it needed.
Yeah.
And he deserves his credit. I've had other people come to me and say, well, you could recreate that and do it with other people. It'll never be the same without Logan and JJ. The reason why all those YouTubers were willing to fight on that undercard was to get the clout from being with Logan and JJ. Yeah. The reason everyone tuned in was for that main event, even though we had a great fight in Gable versus Joe and a great fight in Deji versus Jake. Even though Eddie has kind of ripped the heart and soul out of it through not taking the other YouTubers who are really good or the commentators. They've proven that in terms of selling tickets and getting pay-per-view numbers, they don't need anyone else but themselves, and I just hope that they're taking a fucking huge wedge of money.
And not only that, but put it this way. What was the first big podcast that Logan Paul appeared on? Boom. What did Logan Paul, immediately after the fight, go and do? Set up a podcast. Logan, where would you be without going on?
I like your logic. I like where you're going with this.
Joe's
Are you saying we made Logan Paul?
In many ways, I'm saying Joe made him for boxing. You made him for voicing.
The truth comes out.
We're going to start our own podcast soon. True Paulsive. It's going to be really good. To completely take this full circle, without Jake Paul involved, this is a very different card, right? But Jake Paul is apparently trying to find someone
Jake Paul's basically the only YouTuber who can walk in on this card because it's like Eddie has to let him.
Well, the list is Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls. He's now trying to find someone to fight. I personally think the list sucks apart from Anisong Gibb.
I disagree. I think
And
Dylan
Dylan
Dennis would be a great fight for Jake.
Gotta let me finish my sentence.
Faye Sensei would really be a hard fight for Jake as well.
But for me, it's got to be Gibb.
Gibbo's the natural choice in terms of level. Faye's has had pro MMA fights, I
Exactly.
believe, and Dylan Dennis
He's a real fighter.
is a beast.
Yes.
So what I'd love to see is how Jake handles that non-stop pressure that Gibbo would bring.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Jake says, "Oh, Gibbo isn't a big enough name," and
What's a Gibb?
The thing that Deji brought was it was brother versus brother, and Deji had a big subscriber following. But Gibbo, he's like the underdog in terms of social media status, but in terms of fighting status, he's the favourite to win that fight. It sort of plays both ways.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if by the time this video comes out, the survey's still going, go vote
It doesn't matter because you can't see what the vote says anyway. He's made it so that only he can see it, I believe. It's a bit like voting in the election, isn't it? It's like, well, we'll decide. Conspiracy.
Turns out it's 51 to 49.
David Icke.
Bullshit.
You got to us.
Next up, Trisha Paytas.
Oh yeah, I want to hear what she's been saying. On impulse. It's with the
It's for motion capture. They're going to put another face on afterwards.
They're going to put her in a video game.
Yeah, they
in
forgot-
Call of Duty as one of the playable characters.
Jesus, I would love a
Just
ton of
tits
Call of Duty.
bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, we really felt like we captured Trisha's tits in a really good way for this game.
She's done herself up and she looks pretty good today.
She's put diamonds all over her face.
No, but she's made the effort. I can't knock it. You know
She
what I
looks
mean?
like the bad guy from...
Oh, let's not be nasty. We've said a few things about her in the past. Let's give her some...
Have you been DMing her?
No.
Right, well then shut the fuck up.
Jeffrey is the nicest person to me. Whenever I have a breakdown, he's literally always calling me, needs nothing from me because he's killing it. You know what I mean? Like,
Awesome.
Yeah, Jeffrey is literally, him and Shane are the only two people on planet Earth that like have any sort of like...
Oh, very cool.
Jeffree Star. Yeah, he's one of the two realest people in the world. Him and Shane Dawson. They're the two realists. Really?
I think she's aligned herself with them, though, innit? And she's just like, yeah, I've got to stick with these guys.
Yeah.
They'll keep me safe.
These guys.
This guy. This guy.
I want to sit on that dick because you know it's fat.
Whoa.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that.
That was out of left field.
I love little short chubby guys because they got a little short chubby dick.
He's not that chubby. He's just, you know, he used to be, but he's lost a bit of weight.
I think she's trying to make like a backhanded compliment sort of thing, sort of bait him out a little bit. She basically said, I want to sit on that chubby little dick.
I kind of like the fact that she's sort of just out there with everything she thinks, though. Like, it's just like, the thing about Trisha, there's not really a filter between her brain and her mouth, and I'd rather someone just be like open and I don't know if I could like handle her company for long periods of time.
More than a minute.
But she just speaks her mind, and I rate that. So I'll give her that.
Interesting.
Okay, I've got a feel good and a feel bad.
Okay.
Do you want the feel bad first? This is the feel, and then I'll cheer him up. So this cop, his body cam shows him planting fake evidence while searching people's cars and then arresting them for it when they'd never done anything.
I'm going to be straight with you. I don't feel like this man deserved to be a policeman.
There he is, hiding it. So he's planting the shit underneath and then putting the stuff back in.
Have you ever seen this before?
No. No, what is that?
Hang up the different decks in here.
A year-long investigation. Can I just say, a year-long? First time he does it, just stop him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe even a month. Why does it take a year to go? There he is again.
Do you know
36 times he's done it this year. I think it's time we lock this guy up.
Do you know the funny thing, right? Is even though they had actual footage of him doing it, they took a year to investigate this.
Yeah. I think it's the same police who are investigating Biggie and Tupac's murder.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We just want to listen to hit him up one more time just to check. Is it definitely Biggie he's dissing? I'm not so sure.
We've got some other stuff we need to be getting down to over here. There's been a couple of petty thefts that we need to be looking into.
We've got some donuts. It's fine. We'll
got
get
a couple
around.
donuts over there. Like, hey, what you doing, Biggie? I really hate people like that.
Yeah,
I hate
absolutely.
people who stitch people
Now,
up
this
like that.
one,
Feel good.
this one got me.
Right.
Well, not necessarily feel good, but like
got you in the.
It was a bit more like sensitive. A bit. You'll get it. You'll get
You're
it.
a big sensitive.
You know, I'm a diver. It's a diving story. This one.
You never say it.
Diver finds GoPro with drowning victims' last moments.
The incredible moment a diver finds a GoPro camera at the bottom of a lake. Incredibly, the card inside the camera wasn't destroyed, and he was able to recover several videos. He soon learned the images were the final moments of a young man lost far too soon.
He was told about this guy who died and that he had a GoPro and that it might be down there somewhere, and he found it.
The camera had been lost for 2 years. The
It looks pretty banged up.
Yeah, just to be clear, it looks banged up, but the news reporters here are idiots. It's a waterproof case that this is in. So when they're like, miraculously, it survived, you're like, yeah, it's waterproof.
The reason I thought this was feel good is because he recovered the footage for the guy's family. He was on holiday, this guy, or something.
Okay.
So
they've got lots of lovely footage, and they know how he died.
Well, kind of, yeah. But I mean, as sad as it was, if that was your loved one, you'd want all those happy little memories. And you see some of the happy times he had before he died, and he looks like he's having the time of his life.
Yeah, I love him. I'd be friends with this guy.
He does look like a cool guy. As sad as it is that this poor guy's died young, I mean, that's how you want your final moments in a way. Like, as if you know, like he's so happy and all that. Like, if you found this footage and you were the family, you'd be like, look at him. Like, that's how I'd want to remember him. If that makes sense.
It's a cold comfort, but yeah.
A lot of people lose loved ones and they don't have anything like this.
Not many people get robbed at gunpoint, Brian.
Thankfully.
Yes, but this guy definitely didn't get robbed at gunpoint.
It would be a terrifying moment for anyone. An armed robber carrying a shotgun enters a bar. Check out this guy. He calmly takes a sip of beer as everyone around him dives for cover under the bar. Then he looks at his phone as if he doesn't have a care in the world. He's being called the world's chillest man.
I love when news people say things like that.
Chillest man.
He's the world's chillest man, and we're gonna talk to him.
And as the gunman points the gun directly at him, he calmly lights a cigarette.
Wow. This dude. Tony.
Hey, what's your name? My name's Tony. Tony Tovar.
Oh, shut up.
And he says he remains calm because, quote, I just had a really good feeling. He wasn't out to harm anybody.
I guarantee later on in life, this guy's going to be brutally murdered and he'll not have reacted. You think, I'm good, I'm chill. And someone's just going to blow his fucking head off.
Foolish Tony Tovar, the idiot who went too far.
This has triggered a lot of people. You know when you walk in a room and you say, hey guys, and there's women and men in there. She's here to tell me why this isn't right.
Guys is a simple term. It could mean boys, or if you're modern, hip, it means people. But it, like many male default terms, should not be normalized as an all-encompassing phrase.
I use guys all the time. I quite like the term guys. And I've got to admit, there are a few times where when I've been addressing people in the room, I've gone, hey guys. The girls have gone, what about me? And I've been like, you're one of the guys. Now shut up, the men are talking. No. And then I get back to the conversation with the guys.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to you, you fucking slut.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Hey guys, what about me? You don't matter.
For decades, we have set a standard of only addressing the men in the room.
We set a precedent of only addressing the men in the room. That's why when, you know, a show starts, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Like, she's talking shit.
Well, let the guy continue.
How is one to feel empowered to speak or assert themselves when upon greeting, they're misgendered or even ignored in language?
Well, they're supposed to understand that when I say guys, I mean everyone. And I think if you have a higher understanding, you'll go, he means me.
If you're smart enough to know what the word misgendered means, then you'll probably have a good comprehension of what the word guys means.
You probably also go, when he walks in the room, I go, hey guys, that I'm not just walking in and going, just to be absolutely clear, that's only the men.
Only the men.
Yeah. It's only the men that I'm interested in here. The women are irrelevant, all right? And I say that as a man.
Can we be surprised that for decades, women often felt uncomfortable asserting their voice when we didn't even take the time to properly acknowledge them?
I am yet to meet a single woman who feels uncomfortable asserting their voice. I've never met one.
That's what you're part of the problem.
I've never met one.
You've really pivoted here, Brian. That's incredible.
I don't know what is she...
All for the women,
this is,
all against
this
the women. This isn't Mad Men.
This is 2019.
Right.
Have you ever met a woman who's like, I just don't feel comfortable asserting my voice? I've never known one. She's acting like it's 1912 here and we're getting on the Titanic.
But when you stop valuing the personhood and visibility of individuals...
I'm not even laughing at what she's saying here. They're literally just showing a video of two men shaking hands and a woman observing, like, as if somehow we've seen the full scene.
I would like a handshake.
Yeah. Fuck, well, I'd like a handshake. Well, no. I'm sorry, I'm just handshaking the guys and I'll get to you.
No, we've made decisions. We've made the decision.
Yeah.
Imagine dating a woman like this. When you
she's
come,
very thoughtful.
You come home and you have a hard day's work and
oh, come on.
And she's like, how was your day, honey? And you're like, yeah, me and the guys, we're just struggling at work at the moment. And she's like...
She gets a white screen behind her.
Sorry,
goes,
what?
Do we need to have this chat again?
Sorry, what? Yeah. What did you say? What the fuck did you say?
Don't make me play the video again, Brian. Oh, I shouldn't laugh at other people's misfortune, Brian. I actually just love clips like this.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
False starter.
That sort of stuff just really cracks me up. Like, I really laugh at people falling off the bike.
Has he got any control over his hands and legs at all? I mean, if you're having to guide him on the finish line, on the starting line, then what the hell's going on?
It's just the way.
And that was this week's episode of True News. Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you for not falling off your bike.
And don't forget to hit the like button. Stay subscribed to the True Geordie YouTube channel for more. And we'll see you there.